rights lawyers, right, who has, has several cases against either those in government or those they apprehended using the same, impunity, power of impunity. He has this to say.
The clock of subjudice and say they are not going to recall her. I find the letter of the Senate embarrassing. I find it scandalous. I find it contemptuous. And I find it very disparaging of the sensibility of the Nigerian people, because it is simple. You cannot say that somebody who has served punishment apportioned to her exhaustively, having now served for 6 months, the issue of suspension has elapsed by operation of law. The suspension no longer subsists because it's a definite period, and the court have made it clear in a plethora, in a number of cases, the parliament cannot suspend a member indefinitely, because if you go by their skewed, by their diabolical logic, it will mean that if the Court of Appeal gives decision tomorrow on the cross appeal by the Senate President and the appeal by Natasha, and either party choose to further appeal to the Supreme Court, which is possible, and the Supreme Court now decide that they are not going to decide the appeal till 2027, Senator Akpabio is telling Nigerians that Natasha will not resume her legislative functions. I find it clear.
So the question is, what are you going to do about it? Because they say themselves that they have that power. They will tell you, we have that power, even if it is not written in your law. And if you don't agree, maybe you should go to court. And then you go to court, of course. There is no judge to assign your case to for the first 6 months. Then they find a judge. Now to pick a date, maybe for another 3 months. Or then you go to court. And the court adjourns, and you won't return again until another 3 months. Oh, when they finally return, right, the person you have taken to court, their lawyer is not showing up. So court would have to adjourn again. That is the practice in that place. Nothing is about. But guess what? If the case involves them, that they have interest, or they can go to court today, get the judgment tomorrow, right? And you go to appeal the following day, and you get the final judgment next week. Remember the time when they went to court because of the change of Naira, Hellfire and gang? People who have been waiting for Supreme Court for how long? Supreme Court of Nigeria ruled on that. Quick, because it's got political undertone. And the criminals in power, they could pull that. And they did. They pulled it off. So they can deliberately just delay your case. And there is no punishment for that. There are willing lawyers. Willing judges to do that. So tens of thousands of people from our constituency would not have representation. So then she becomes a bad representative. So if they do any election again and they want to rig her out this time, maybe they will be justified because she wasted their time. She wasted the opportunity of her, of her people, not because the law of the land has been stamped and trampled upon by those who feel so powerful than what is written in that your book, your constitution. There are people who are very powerful like that. They are not powerful though, but they are ruling a lawless society in which they have weaponized ignorance. They've weaponized tribalism, bigotry, and what have you. Such society, as divided as Nigeria is, makes them powerful. The day una just suddenly agree that they have to go is the end of it. Right? People are still waiting for such day though. The day that happens, they will know. And guess what? They will run. But until then, may everybody they deal with the mess. May everybody collect their own left, right, and center. Right? In Oworo, let's touch Oworo a bit. So we have the residents of the area where their properties have been demolished. This whole thing started about 4 days or so ago. Baba, the intention of why they did it is all coming out clearer now. Somebody took a real footage of, of the shoreline where these properties were demolished. Nobody needs to tell you why. It is such a beautiful place, right? Somebody somewhere is interested in it. And the only obstacle are those who are the owners of their lands and the houses. They just have to get rid of them one way or the other. Now that they've done that, some of them are now asking for compensation. At least we didn't just come here. This was our land. And we deserve some compensation. But take a look at this area view of the area. And then you get the message why they came under Maiyegun and Tiknumbu's gang's bulldozers. Anybody where they go sell this particular part of Lagos to now, which is pretty much close to the jetty where they have, the public jetty where you take water transport, right? Take a look.
It is very sad that the Lagos state government has not learned anything and is not in any way trying to build an inclusive city. This is a waterfront communities in Oworonsoki, and with utmost disregard for what should be done, the settlement, regardless of what kind of infrastructure you want to put in place, has totally been ignored. People were broken, their houses gone, in the midst of the serious economic hardship that we are witnessing right now. It is amazing. This is calling on everyone who is involved that this ought to stop, and these people need to be compensated. All actors, this is calling on the media, calling on politicians, those who say they want to make life better for the people. So please speak up and act. This is very sad for a government that says it wants to build a city that is inclusive for all according to its development plan. This is not how we go about a development plan, definitely. This is very, very sad.
We need compensation for those people whose properties were destroyed, because more than 15 people have died as a result of this demolition, including children, 5-year-old.
The Lagos State government, Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has turned a deaf ear to the plight of the victims. Instead of awarding compensation, including resettlement of the thousands that have been unjustly displaced, made homeless, and without property, Lagos State continues to issue threats under different guises to evict more people from the community. We need to reiterate that the right of shelter, the right to shelter, is a fundamental human right that is guaranteed under the Nigerian Constitution and the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Finally, we call on the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to immediately award compensations, including resettlement of the thousands that have been unjustly displaced, made homeless, and without property. Pay a visit to the families of the 22 persons that have lost their lives as a result of the demolition. And also prosecute those responsible for this ruinous act.
Now ask yourself, why is it that 22 people, which include a 5-year-old child, have died since this demolition started, and there is no single statement from the government of Lagos State? Not a thing, but they have been issuing threats through proxies to these people. 22 people dead. I mean, that should be something. Shouldn't it? Like, if you have people who have real human empathy, that should be something. That could even be anyone that is related to you. And I said that these communities and the properties there, they were owned by mostly elderly people who developed their properties, got all the necessary documents and approvals until that changed and the waterfront became a choice property, a choice land for God knows who. And somebody will say their government is to protect the interest of you. No, obviously not your own interest. So that should mean something. From that demolition, 22 people are dead already. Thousands have been made homeless. Devoluma was in Lagos yesterday. Remember that Maryland flooding? So Devoluma, the Minister of Work, which happened to be in Lagos around the time, and he came to come and do the usual ice service. He came to inspect the bridge while the water, right, seems to almost submerge the bridge. And from the statements picked from probably his entourage, they said that the flood or the flooding was caused by traffic. I don't know. Probably I've seen it.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This was the idea of this. Location, you say that the catch is it far back? Under this bridge. For the ramp. Under this bridge, this continent. Look at that side. I see the sign. Yes, sir. Yes.
Look at that boat there. Do you think there's a boat there? Say, that one. That one there, yeah? That. No, there's no boat there. Oh, okay. Minister, what are you doing? No, we are inspecting the bridge. That's how they are doing inspection of the bridge. You get that now? So are you getting you covering it? Yes, sir. I'm covering it, sir. Yeah. Let's pretend that we are working. So I can show to people that we are very serious. You know, I'm an engineer. I'm a best engineer from eastern part of Nigeria. That's how he described himself, by the way. The best engineer, the number one engineer. He's such a very serious, hardworking minister. You know? But they want to spend about 700 or so billion in Lagos, right? They want to use about 700 billion or so to renovate Third Mainland Bridge. They want to use 300 and something billion naira to build a new Kata Bridge, Devolumai, among the Tinubu's legacy project. They love that. It's performative, you know, theatrical. He's an hardworking man. And when you go on social media, you will get to see the three best ministers, the three best appointees of Asiwaju. Number one, my own number one is Wiki. Number two, Devolumai. Number three, Olubunmi Ojo. These guys are running their own promo on them on social media. So Devolumai, the engineer, we are moving away from bitumen to concrete roads. It's amazing. It will last for 50 years. These are the Zobo that Devolumai is actually selling them. And he's showing that he's an engineer. So he was there to inspect the bridge. Right? Anyway, these are the outdoor ones. The indoor ones is what they call the office politics. I don't know what went wrong between these guys. And it escalated so quickly that people like us are now watching the clip. Office politics, it is called. Or office politics gone bad. Gone wrong. I don't know. Name it. Watch this.
You hit me in my own office. You came to fight me in my own office. Just imagine this is that human being. Eh? You came to my office to fight me. You came to my office to fight me. I did not stop. You pointed pen in my eye. You pointed pen in my eye. You pointed pen in my eye. Magdalene. You pointed pen in my eye. What is it? What is it? What are you not doing? In my own office. Magdalene is came here to fight me in my own office. Charity. In my own office. She left her office and came here to fight me. You've done that. You hit me. You first hit me. You pointed the pen in my eye. You pointed the pen in my eye. You are not even ashamed. Fighting with everybody in the office. Quarreling in the office. Who hit you? The pen you pointed in my eye. You came to my office to fight me. You are a criminal also. Why is he calling the criminal? Magdalene is calling the criminal. Leave it. Leave it. Wait, see, he's calling this boy. Leave it. It's okay. Leave this thing. It's okay. Wait. Just imagine, No, that boy, now the boy that came here to visit me. She cited the boy.
It is called office politics. You know, bottled up anger, rage, animosity, despise, and what have you against one another. Office politics. Somebody said, probably when you were watching the Devolumai's inspection, and you said that Fashola would never do that. You're funny. But it's not the same Fashola. that became Inspector Fash after they killed protesters at Lekki Toll Gate, remember? And then Inspector Fash came